Hello, everybody. Good morning, evening, or night. I hope where you are, you're having a great day. And I just wanted to make a quick video talking about the recent Kevin Durant rumors to Miami and a few other teams, but I am a Miami fan, so I just want to talk about Miami and how might be a big mistake trading for Kevin Durant, seeing that Miami hasn't really had a star in a minute. I mean, we had Jimmy Butler, but we just traded him, and the East is kind of wide open right now, so I guess that we are trying to trade for a star, but I don't see how adding Kevin Durant would be the best idea. Now, first off, I do want to go over the trade that Bleacher Report has, the mock trade that they have said. So Miami Heat receives Kevin Durant, and then the Phoenix Suns receive Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, the number 20 pick, and a 2030 first-round top 3 protected pick. Now, first of all, why in the world would the Suns take this? Terry Rozier, as a notoriously bad player for Miami, he was traded away for a first. Honestly, I think that might have been the worst trade of the past 2 years for Miami. And then we have Duncan Robinson, who he's been great for Miami, but as we've seen with some of the other players like Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent on the Lakers, they have just not been good for them. And I don't think the Duncan Robinson, and he's been not very good this year. In the playoffs, he was terrible. I think he only averaged 6 or 7 points or something for us, and that was just disgusting. And then Nikola Jovic, that's probably the best player in the trade. And in the end, why would we trade Nikola Jovic? In the last game, we just got swept by the Cavs, right? And the guy who we're about to pay $150 million to had 4 points, and Jovic had 24. I mean, obviously, a lot of them was probably just from garbage time, and our team was kind of giving up. But he had 24 points, and he was hurt for a good portion of that series. So it's just why would we trade Jovic away, and why would the Suns want Terry Rozier and Duncan Robinson? So I mean, obviously, it is a mock trade, and 90% of mock trades never go to plan. They never happen. It's just this is really fun, but it's Bleacher Report, so I wanted to bring it up. And also, there are going to be teams wanting Kevin Durant really bad. There are so many teams that would try to trade him. The Rockets, the Knicks said they're going to try to trade for him. There's all these different teams that want to get him, and then that brings you to one of my points that I'm this isn't scripted. I'm just going off a bunch of points right here, but we just can't. Pat Riley is not willing to give assets up for star players. We've seen this with Dame. He didn't want to give up Tyler Hero or Jim. Obviously, well, Jimmy was never on the table, obviously, because we wanted to get him, Dame, and Bam together, and then Tyler. That was and then whoever was our 4. It doesn't matter, but he is not willing to give up assets, and I do not see why keeping Tyler. Why? I mean, we didn't want to give up Tyler Hero for Dame, but I do not see how giving up our trash would get Kevin Durant, especially Jovic. He's not the best player on our team, but I think he definitely has a lot of potential. And then when our quote unquote star player is average, only has 4 points in elimination game, I think we need to keep as many assets as possible. And it's just okay, say we do trade for KD, right? There's one ball. There is one ball, and then there's also there's another rumor that we're going to trade for DeMar DeRozan. So we have 3 ball dominant players on the court together. So how in the world is that going to work? We're going to have KD. I'm guessing he's going to be the number 1 option, but Tyler Hero is also. We just paid him $155 million. If the rumor's true, we just paid him $155 million, so he's going to want to get the ball. DeMar DeRozan is a ball dominant player. He's top 15 in points all time, so he's going to want to. He's a fourth quarter player. How is this going to work? We don't have a point guard. We don't have a good guard right now to deliver to get the ball out to anybody. So how would we have these god awful defense? I guess DeMar's we have KD and Tyler doing their thing, but it's just dude, how would this even work? I'm sick just thinking about it. And second of all, and then KD is 36. It's not OKC KD. He's not even Nets KD anymore. like, yeah, he averaged a lot. He averaged like 26, 27 with the Suns, but like, who's to say he even plays a lot of games for us? And if we do trade for DeRozan, this lineup of Davion, Tyler, DeMar DeRozan, KD and Ware, or KD and Bam, and then I guess Ware off the bench or whatever. But are they even going to play games together? Like, he's getting older. He had an Achilles injury in 2019, but like, when you get older, your body wears down a lot more. So who is to say they even play games together? Like, yeah, DeMar's gonna hit some clutch shots. KD's gonna beat KD and have great games. But like, when it comes down to the playoffs, and then one of them are gonna goes down, or two of them goes down, and we already traded Jovic and all these, and Terry and all these players, who is gonna be playing on our team? Like, it blows my mind. Like, how is this gonna work? It's like, anyway, and also the fact that every time that my team trades for KD, it just feels like it never goes right. Like, so he said something happens, some crazy. Like, to be fair to the Nets, he was a shoe size away from beating the Bucks and probably winning it all, because the Suns they're not the best against the Nets. The Nets are gonna win, 5-1 or 4-1, 4-0. Who knows? But yeah, ever since the Warriors, KD has done nothing with that team. I just feel like if he comes to Miami, it's just going to be another one of the disappointments where he comes to the team, doesn't really do anything, has some cool highlights, and averages 25, but gets hurt, doesn't really do anything. So I don't know about that one. And it's just, I don't know. And like I mentioned earlier, if we do trade for him, we're going to have to give up quite a bit of assets to get him. And I just, if we get KD, they're not gonna have a lot of depth. And like we saw when he was on the Suns, they had no depth either, because they traded all these picks for him. They got Beal and they got all these players, but they have no depth, and they didn't go very far. They got swept, or either 5 gentlemen swept or swept by the Timberwolves, if I remember correctly. And it's just like, the roster right now is already like, we have Kyle Anderson on the team. There's Alec Burks. Okay, look, Alec Burks is great, but let's be real now. Haywood Highsmith, great defender, but like, no points. Jaime Jaquez, just disappointing season last year. Kevin Love, he's like 30 million years old. Like, I don't understand. And then Drew Smith coming off an Achilles. Like, and then Andrew Wiggins, who was disappointing like this in the playoffs. Like, getting KD on a Miami Heat jersey would be a waste of time, a waste of energy, a waste of money. I don't see how he would move the needle, especially with DeMar DeRozan. It's just, we're not going to win any games. We'll beat up on the Wizards and the Hornets like we always do, but it's like, God, it's so annoying, man. We need to. This is the time we need to rebuild. To be honest, we just lost the heart of our team. Jimmy was the heart of our team. Let's be real. Bam was the captain, but come on, it was definitely Jimmy the whole time. And it's when you get swept 4-0 against the 1 seed, who then gets embarrassed by the Pacers. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just we should have tried. And then Darius Garland goes on national television and says, "Oh yeah, we won because we're picking on Tyler. We want to get Tyler Hero." Right? They mention your name because 9 out of 10 times players are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we just really got on the offensive side. We really got those rebounds." No, he's saying, "Oh yeah, Tyler Hero is terrible at defense." So it's just like, what are we doing, man? It's ridiculous. And I don't know. We're not going to get KD. Obviously, Pat Riley isn't willing to give up assets. And even if we did have the assets, should we trade for KD? I don't think so. But yeah, anyway, that's just my rant for the day. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And hope you have a great day.